All right, so yeah, man. Whoa, China. My head is in a lot of places right now. So yeah, I've been traveling. Was in Canada for a week working. It was really cool. I really love Toronto's a cool place. Canadian people are cool too. It was a lot of fun. Got to see a lot of talented kids and adults, and came home and finished Maya's record. Oh man! So we started the whole process. I think the first song is releasing. Maybe she said May 22nd. I think it's Maya's birthday. So yeah, if you guys follow me on social media, you'll see it on there. You know, on Facebook, Instagram. I guess you could just go on to, Apple Music or Spotify in a couple of weeks once it releases. Maya, M-Y-A, Cameron. Really nice. First song is Pick Me Up, right? Which kind of is cool. And I told the mom, I think it was kind of, they were going through it like what they were choosing what they thought. And there's a couple of more chill songs that are, kind of like really, really, really cool, really nice songs. But they picked, and I thought, it's kind of good, kind of come out of the gate. It's got it starts with no drums. It's kind of got a little, here it is. Pick Me Up.
I can hate them all, but I pick them all. Guess it's my fault is what I'm saying. Guess I'm attracted to fragile men who don't know how to treat a girl properly. And they say to me, you're too much, but I think it's...
Anyway, there it is. So that's going to be the first single. Really stoked about this record. I hung out with them 2 weeks ago when I was in Canada because they're from Toronto. And I originally had met them last year at that same show. So we started this thing probably 8-10 months ago. So really, really exciting. So that's done. And that also, like the end of that brought the Shiva came into the thing. So the Shiva's on some of it and even the Tele's on some of it. So yeah. So day 53, 75 hard. Probably down 14 pounds on the scale, but I've been lifting. I'm going through a lot of, I just feel more alive and also beat down. But, if anybody says, oh, you can't do that kind of stuff and you can't lose weight in your 50s or 60s, tell them all. James says, Buffangoo, the Buffangoo from Yonkers. It's not true. If you're saying that to yourself, you're just being a wuss and you're just making excuses. So I'm transforming my body and my life and my mind. I'm 62, and we just keep trucking, baby. And let's see what else. Yeah, so now I'm starting a bunch of new projects. So going kind of into writing mode. And it occurred to me, like, I see these guys that guitar is their whole world. And I'm not going to be that guy. And it's not so much that, like, that would be cool, but that's not my trajectory career-wise, because I do artist representation, I write songs, I make records, I teach voice. I travel for work. I'm just not like every day woodshedding, chicken picking. Like I just don't play like I don't play like that anyway. But you know what I'm saying. But one thing I have noticed the last couple days, this guitar is amazing. I've been through a lot of Telecasters. If you've been on here, I've probably been through 6 or 7 Telecasters over the last 20 years. This thing plays unbelievable. It's through the Shiva. It's through the Shiva. It's got a Into the Ether vibe, you know. It's been a hot. Is that an F11? It's got a little of that. Really nice guitar. Plays great. And the thing that I've noticed, my playing is better, even though I haven't been playing, because I'm eating right, I'm exercising, I have less sugar in my body, I'm losing weight, my blood pressure is dropping, my fasted glucose is dropped, everything's dropped. My body's just going, kind of like coming in for a landing. The last night was rough. You know, sometimes it's easy to like over diet and just go too hard, fast too long. You know, it's like, you know, yeah, I ate a kumquat today. Let's do, you know, deadlifts to failure. But yeah, we're finding our way, and nobody can tell you what to do. And because it's a solo journey, you know, people can make suggestions and that's cool, but you know, nobody's going to do this but me, and I can't save anyone else. So, you know, yeah, there you go. This is the clean channel on this Shiva with just a touch of the EQ with a little cut at 100 and a little cut at 6.4, and just 2-3 light bulbs on the Cali 1176 at 4-1. Just easy. This thing on Maya's record is just... It was really great that it came in when it did come in. And it was a fluke. It was a fluke. I went in to maybe get some cables and maybe get a Mobius. And this was there. And I had just been talking with Tony at Guitar Center. And he's like, yeah, I tour with... he's got like a hand-wired whatever... I don't know if he's got a vintage 70s Marshall. Maybe. And then, you know, get JMP and then these Shivas. And he's like, yeah, I really like them. And, you know, I was reading about them, you know, and listening to clips. And I had a bad opinion of them. Years ago, I was putting bands together for young artists. This was in Hollywood. And one of the bands had a guitar player who was a really good guitar player, and he played a Shiva. And every time we like did rehearsals or shows, I was always like, I wasn't totally digging his sound. But anyway, I was listening to these Shiva, and I really like it. Anyway, I go in to get this, you know, Strymon and some pedals and some cables. Get it, and I see it. I'm like, oh, well, that's one of them Shivas. I've been, you know, kind of thinking of getting one. And I'm like, can I try it? He's like, yeah. So it's at East Side Music Supply. We pull it into the back, into one of the little cubbies, puts it into a 412. I grab whatever guitar is there. I don't remember. And I literally went like this, you know. And I was like, oh, okay, wow. You know. Do the same things I always play, right? It's no big mystery here at James Lugo Music. But I was like, oh, that really sounds nice. So I walk to the counter, and we're getting, you know, he's got the Mobius up there and the cables, and I'm like, you know what? Put them away. I'm getting the Shiva. And that was it. And they didn't even know what it was yet. They're like, I think it's EL84. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know they came. It's EL34. But it had just shown up, and it was like they had just put it up on the site, but the text was wrong. And then I'm like, oh, and it's a non-reverb one. Because I do remember from reading all the, you know, the little quips and the, you know, Reddits or, you know, the forums. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, the non-reverb sounds better than the reverb version, and these sound better than the 20th anniversary. That's what a lot of people say. Anyway, there it is. So I brought it home and just started recording with it, just like this. I saw this on Facebook. Well, I already told these stories. It's been a while since I've been on YouTube, so a little reiteration. Do you have to first iterate to reiterate? Can you have the kit without the caboodle? But this showed up on Facebook, and I'm like, oh. And I'd gotten rid of the last Telecaster, and I swore off them. I sworn off them. Like, that's it. Enough with it. And I saw it. I'm like, oh, that's one of those professional tunes. And anyway, I went down to Fanny's and I picked it up, and I'm like, wow. Set up really nice. It was in tune. I'm like, and I was selling my timeline. I'm like, hey, would you take this in towards it? And they're like, oh yeah, boom. They gave me a good deal. This thing was cheap. Brand new case, like the case, it still had the plastic on it. It was like, it was used, but whoever bought it just like bought it and just sold it to Fanny's or whatever. And that was it, and I brought it home. And so these were like the same kind of thing. Like I just entered the studio with no big da-da-da-da-da-da, hey, we're looking, It was just like, oh, okay, I'll take that. And this is a lot of what ended the Maya record. Which was nice to have some fresh stuff, Yeah, it was nice. And this is very different than the 77. I think it's got more power. It's funny. This is the only amp that when I play it through the cab, like things really shake in here. Not even the rectifier that's more wattage, and not the 77 or the Matchless, but this thing has some sort of a that just makes the whole room, it's a bumping, as Jakey Lee's mom said, or not Jakey Lee, Geddy Lee's mom said. The whole neighborhood was bumping when they were practicing Rush, the early days. Yeah, I mean, just come on. So another story. I was in the Army, and I went to the mall to buy something, pants or whatever. And I walked past a pet store, and in the front of the store is a little circular thing with, and there was a dog in there. It was a brindle Chihuahua, and I just loved the dog. And I'm like, I didn't want a dog. I didn't go in there for a dog, and I'm just like, oh, I'll take the dog. And I gave him a check, and I didn't have enough money in the account. It bounced, and then I took care of it. I didn't steal the dog, but that was, and I named him Snyder. Because I was in the military, and my drill sergeant, not my drill sergeant, the sergeant I was, this was Fort Bliss. I was in, it was the NCO Academy. I worked as a medic, and the staff sergeant that ran the little division, his name was Sergeant Snyder, and he had big glasses, like he looked like that, Sergeant Snyder. And so I called the dog Snyder. And he came over the house, and I'm like, that's the one I named after you. And he's like, you. Yeah, there you go, man. Clean channel. Here's Dirty. Yeah, so I'm stoked. I got another gig. I'm playing in DC with Bueller, the '80s corporate band that I play with. They sent me the temp set list, with a bunch of suggestions of songs that I sing. Some of it's Journey, some's Police, Prince, Van Halen, Whitesnake. Here I go again on my own. So I got to go through it, confirm what I think. We're doing every little thing she does is magic. I don't know if I've ever played and sung that. I'll just mess with it for a few, make sure I'm good. Yeah, we're playing in DC, a place called the Spy Museum. You got to check it out. It looks crazy. I mean, it really looks like from another planet, man. The Spy Museum in Washington, D.C. So, anyway, that's it. So I'm going to be starting. Oh, and my song, I keep sending it to Tarek, and he just keeps not being. He says he's excited, and then he never replies. I think I'm going to have to go to North Carolina and hit him with a 2x4 because he's just not in the zone with this. But he played on Maya's record and did an awesome job. Anyway, videos are coming. I hope you guys are doing good. That's it, man.